notification area. I'll be asking for a lot of likes today because we're going to need that to get those notifications up. But we're all good. Problems present opportunities. Let's get this camera straight. Hope everybody had a fantastic evening. I know my 2 hours was decent. Whew, tired out here, boy. Can't even lie to y'all. But we here. We made it. Another day. So guess what? We got to get into it. Need you guys to go ahead and actually hit that like button. That's going to get more people over here because of the fact that we forgot the program 6 o'clock. That's why you guys are like, where's Bugatti at? So I had to push the button myself and make sure we were here at 6 o'clock. With that being said, Trump, Putin talks nice, then he bombs everybody. Y'all ready? Let's see if he is. Because that's something that's going to still come on because that time is set. With that being said, let's go. Whenever you're ready, we're ready for you. It's Tuesday, and we're ready to do what we do. Anytime now. Come on, buddy. Good morning, guys. What? One more time. And woo! I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Offensive Queensbridge murderers. The mob come with dick clum equipped with warfare for all those. If. Bump that B. Thursday to Wednesday the 15th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me kind of pissed. Yes, I know it's Wednesday. That's right. Let me make sure right there. I'm sorry. It is actually Tuesday, and it's not hump day yet. It's Tuesday. That's right, the 17th, y'all. I had a long night. Y'all gonna have to give me a pass this morning, but we here, we made it. I only had 2 hours of sleep. So yes, I appreciate you guys, and we are here. We got a fully loaded clip this morning. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you guys, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me this morning, I appreciate you. I surely do. Again, like I said, we made a mistake, and we did not set the time this morning, so that's probably why you guys didn't get the notifications. But guess what? We still gonna be on point, and we're gonna see who's in the building. Who we got up in here? We got Lisa from Washington, D.C. We got, who else? We got Arika, Frazier, Oliver. Good morning. We got Jeffrey up in the building, looking good, Bugatti. Love the color on that suit. Thank you so much. Kendra Walker, how are you doing this morning? Hope everybody's good. We got Liberty and Justice in the building. We got Batty Lynn chiming in saying what's up to Kendra. Who else we got up in here? We got Lisa. I said that already, but it's all good. And you know who I was waiting for, of course. We got Rebecca Lon Yan Bueno. Good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan, saying what's up to Batty Lynn. How you guys doing this morning? Hope everybody's good. I got days mixed up too. Time is an illusion. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I was working. I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep. Didn't even notice that I had 12 o'clock set scheduled for the show instead of 6 o'clock. But you know what I say? Sometimes things happen. I keep on moving and keep on doing a good job. And after a while, it doesn't even matter. Let's put it down. Let's get some numbers running. Let's get some clips happening. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. Then I'm going to come back to the comments to see what you guys got to say, right? We got to get busy over here. And you know how I do it. Full loaded clip. And let's get into these titles. What do we have this morning? We have Trump. Putin talks nice. Then he bombs everybody. Ooh, That's how you getting down today, homeboy? That's how you acting? And you see he's not pulling back. We got the exact shot from when he said that. So let's keep on moving forward. We got Kristi Noem clashes with an NBC News anchor over the inhumane alligator Alcatraz comment that she said. And then last but not least, what do we have? We have federal judges are talking about the about the Trump administration deportation crackdowns. There is a federal judge that wants to stop the crackdowns, as well as they want to know what's going on with the status of Kilmar Abrego Garcia at this time. They're asking questions. To be honest, the government is very active when it comes down to Kilmar, very interested in this case. And without any further ado, let's get on over to, I think this is Laura Trump, who sat down with the president. Isn't this his family member or something? They talked about tariffs, talked about Elon Musk, as well as migrant crisis that's going on right now. Let's get into it, you guys. Do me a favor, let me know where you're chiming in from, as well as let me know what time it is. I want to know what time it is where you guys are at. What time is it over there?
Well, Mr. President, what an honor to be here in the White House with you. Second time around, and I think when people look at the first 6 months of this administration, you have had more success, I think, than many presidents in history throughout the term of their entire term in office. A lot of people look at what you've done, though, and they say, had you not had 4 years in between, maybe all this success would not be possible. Do you agree with that? As devastating as the 2020 loss was, as bad for the country as the last 4 years were, do you think you'd be as successful as you have been without the 4 years in between?
Well, experience is very important in life. I think talent is more important than experience, but if you can have them both, somehow it's a very good thing. But experience is very important. I think it also helped. It was very bad for the country, but it also helped to have 4 years of horror. What went before me was horror. And by comparison, I think anything looks good. And I don't want to demean what we've done, because we've done a lot of records, but what they've done to our country should never be forgiven. Allowing millions and millions of people to come into our country that shouldn't be here. It's such a big aspect of what we're doing now with the borders, and it could have been so easy. When I gave over the country, the border was great. Now it's better than it was, but it was much worse than it was in 2016 when I took it over. There was a border problem also. But I think when people see the horror show that we had for 4 years, an absolute horror show, they tried to kill, it was almost like they tried to kill our country. And the beautiful thing is now we have the hottest country in the world. You know, I was with the King of Saudi Arabia, the leader of Qatar, the leader of UAE, and many other leaders at NATO, separately, a whole group, and every one of them virtually said, you have the hottest country in the world right now. And 6 months ago, they also said, we thought your country was dead. They actually thought it was dead, and it felt dead. We had not only no leadership, we had negative leadership. It was a regressive leadership. So I think that probably makes it look good too, but we've...
All right, we got to keep on moving forward, because we got Kristi Noem over here that's fighting back against this NBC News reporter, you guys. What's going on, Indians? I see you in the comments. I see you floating. Indians among us, what's going on over there? Who else we got up in the building this morning? I'm going to try to get some of you guys some love right now. YouTube comment raider MAGA. I see you with the love. Motherfunkin' bone. I see you there tapping in from Miami. Let's go. Kristi Noem goes ham on this NBC News reporter over this inhumane allegation about alligator Alcatraz. Check this out, you guys. You know, right about now, they're going tit for tat. They're not playing. It's a crazy fight out here. As far as verbal, it's actually physical. It's going down out here right now. So let's get into this right here. Want to see what Kristi Noem has to say at this Meet the Press interview that she did yesterday. Let's go.
What do you say to these lawmakers who argue this is not humane treatment?
Well, our detention centers at the federal level are held to a higher standard than most local or state centers and even federal prisons.
Democrats have called them cages, though. They say
I wish they would have said that back
and...
during the Biden administration.
Not only that, but I got to say something right here. All of those cages are just similar to other prisons and places that people be in jail at. They make cages and Y-knee pins and all of that stuff in different prisons. She must not be familiar with how people are housed, especially when they go outside for that. What do? They give them 23-hour lock-in and 1 hour out. They put them in the cage. I'm not trying to justify anything here, but maybe she doesn't understand what arrested and under arrest and doing jail time is. I don't think the cell and the means of what they have you locked in makes a difference. As long as it's keeping you there and you're safe and you're not being hurt or nothing like that, I don't see any big deal. But they want to make a big deal out of this situation here. Let's go. So Christy kind of fought back right there. Let me get a little bit of traction going back. But that was just my little bit of commentary on what I feel about it.
So they say
I wish
more
they
than
would have
30
said that
people
back
and-
during the Biden administration and back when Democrats were in the White House and they were piling people on top of each other on cement floors.
Homeland Security Secretary Noam clashes with NBC press host Kristen Weller. Overall alleged inhumane conditions at Alligator Alcatraz migration detention facility. The detention facility has been under scrutiny and lawmakers toured the facility, and I lost the last word, claimed the detainees were subjected. They claim that the detainees were subjected to inhumane treatment and unsanitary conditions and sweltering heat. Let's do it that way. Republican Debbie Wasserman Schultz, I don't know what that means right there. Democrat Florida described the site as a internment camp. Okay, I don't know what this is supposed to mean. Is that representative? Yeah, representative. Sorry about that, guys. All these titles. We were detained. We're forced to drink water from the same sink they use for the bathroom, and we're packed into wall-to-wall cages. Okay, let's go. Where? Noam vowed to allow cameras to document the conditions inside the migrant detention centers to show how their conditions are superior to centers used in the Biden administration. And encourage illegal immigrants to self-deport to avoid the detention process entirely. All right, I had enough reading. It's too early, Christy. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Y'all see what's going down. She was fighting back and pushing back. Like I said, I got 5 on it like I normally do. I got 5 on it. Then I'm coming to those comments because now we got to go on over to Vice President J.D. Vance, who went to Orange County. But guess what Orange County is saying? We don't know if you're welcome, because of what's going on with the ICE detentions and all of the tension that's going on. But then there's other representatives that are saying maybe he would be welcome here so he could see what's going on. What do you guys think about that? Let's get on into this. Let's keep on going. I got 2 more, then I'm in the comments.
Yeah, hey there, guys. This is one of those. We'll tell you what we do know and what we don't know. We're at John Wayne Airport here. This is owned by the County of Orange, and 2 Orange County supervisors say they were alerted that a VIP was coming into Orange County, and they both learned that that VIP is Vice President J.D. Vance. Now, we did reach out to the airport for comment, but they said they couldn't comment on it. They referred us to the Secret Service, and it's possible that he may be coming to Orange County and not landing here. There are other places he could possibly land, but we are told from those 2 supervisors that J.D. Vance is expected in Orange County this weekend. We've reached out to the White House to see if they could confirm, and if so, if they could tell us what Vance's plans are while he's here over the weekend. We've not heard back from them yet, but from the 2 supervisors and some other officials in the county we've talked to, it does appear that they are expecting a visit from Vice President J.D. Vance amidst all of these ICE raids and controversies going on in Southern California. With that in mind, some are saying they don't believe this is the time to get a visit from Vance. They say he's not welcome. One of those is Vicente Sarmiento, Orange County Supervisor Vicente Sarmiento. On the other hand, you have other folks, including Orange County Supervisor Don Wagner, who says, yes, we should welcome him and open some dialogue and have some communication about all these issues going on. So we have an open dialogue with the White House. Here's more from both of those supervisors.
Where's the bathroom, says Patello. We got liberty and justice, says illegals aren't required due process. It also says in America or in any other country. User 0001 says California, run that idiot out of town. John says liberty right. Jesus, Lucifer, star saints. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Rebecca says liberty and justice. I agree.
He's not welcome to the extent that his policies are going to continue. If he had a change of heart, we'd embrace him. If he said, look, let me work for the people who really do need our support, we would love to have that message. But unfortunately, I think he's coming here to enjoy our beautiful beaches, our beautiful environment, and our climate. But that's not really what people need. People need support right now, and that leadership needs to come from the federal government.
I'm not going to challenge Supervisor Sarmiento on a particular message. He has to say what he thinks is appropriate for his district. I do think it's an opportunity, though, for us, instead of to cast stones, see about casting a wider net. We have had some questions about the operations of ICE in Santa Ana. One of the things that I would like to know is just who is being arrested and on what charges. That will help us either find out if perhaps folks have been swept up who shouldn't be, or give us a better handle on what's being done to remove predators from our neighborhoods.
Now we got this federal judge that's actually backing this. I think this judge out of Ohio. I'm not sure. Maryland federal judge who's demanding answers from the Justice Department about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This judge is literally trying to, I guess, change the way that ICE actually performs as well, saying that matter of fact, like I always say, it's better to get it from the horse's mouth. I already gave you guys the lead in. Let's get it. Keep on going, and I'm in the comments after this.
Demanded answers from the Department of Justice about what the government's plans are for Kilmar Garcia. On the other side of the country, a federal judge is considering an emergency request to constrain how ICE agents go about conducting their raids. Both immigration cases are set to be in court today. Fox News correspondent Lucas Tomlinson has more from Washington.
The Trump administration's immigration crackdown is taking center stage in 2 federal courtrooms today. A Maryland judge is set to grill a Department of Homeland Security official on what's next for Kilmar Abrego Garcia after he was wrongfully deported and then brought back to U.S. soil.
If they want to take another run at it and do the process legally and correctly, we will defend that in immigration court.
Garcia is now behind bars over human trafficking charges. Federal judge says he could be released ahead of trial as early as next week. But the Justice Department has indicated if he's released, ICE will deport him to a third-party country. The judge overseeing Garcia's lawsuit against the DHS is demanding an official testify about next steps.
The last time that Kilmar Abrego Garcia was put on an airplane, he did not know where that airplane was flying to until it landed at the airport in El Salvador. What we're trying to do here is to make sure that that doesn't happen again a second time.
Meantime, a federal judge will
Now, I don't know about y'all, because that was number 5 right there. I don't know about y'all, but if somebody wanted me out of their country so bad, you know what I say? Y'all got it. I'm good. Because I'm talking about we got the back and forth, forth and back, back and forth, forth and back. And I've never seen any one of our people in our country get fought for like this by a federal judge. Have you? Keep on. I'm in these comments right now. Liberty and justice says illegal plus gang member equals see ya. We got what's that? Jepper 1969 says our country is nothing but hearings and court cases. That's because judges are able to do things like this. Sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's not. Zachary Jackson says the judge is doing his job. No government agency is above the law. That's the part that I'm talking about. It's good that we actually have laws to do things like that. Because then sometimes we don't like when things are brought up, and then sometimes we actually appreciate it if it benefits us. Let's be honest about that guy. Rebecca says he wasn't wrongfully deported. He actually, I don't know if he was, but especially when they showed the video of the actual back and forth. But they're also saying, Rebecca, that he wasn't brought up on any crimes for that traffic stop, so they can't really use that. That's another thing that they're saying. Thank you so much for the compliment. That's Ab09, and we're gonna keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get the rest of this.
Consider a lawsuit from a coalition of 18 attorneys general over the raids in Los Angeles, saying they, quote, prioritize maximizing the quantity of arrests over the right to due process and have shattered the rhymes of everyday life. They're calling on the court to put a stop to racial profiling and warrantless arrests. ICE officials say their agents are acting lawfully.
These ICE officers are serving the American people, putting the American people first. In reality, they are just enforcing the immigration laws that are on the books in the United States.
President Trump says...
Well, check this out. Let's go on. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. We got to get on over to Stephen Miller, because Stephen Miller basically saying, and I needed to basically, you know, look in the dictionary to see what this word meant. Stephen Miller basically saying what we're witnessing is secession, a movement in real time. What do you guys think? Do you agree with what's going on here? Or do you think that it's just normal? Or do you think that, like some people say, it's due process? Come on, let's go. Let's keep going.
Stephen Miller, as you know, is a great advisor to the President, White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. Stephen Miller, to set the table, we're witnessing the greatest political and cultural power grab in the history of the West through this immigration process, the open borders, no vetting, no deportation. They have their judges in place to undermine everything our president wants to do. And now they've called out their violent militia, which they do from time to time, 2020 and other times. And they are trashing law enforcement yet again. They're trashing ICE. ICE is under attack like never before by the Democrat Party militia. What do you make of all this?
Well, you've laid it out perfectly, Mark. Let me zoom out a little bit and provide some broader historical context. The left has been trying to shove Marxism, socialism, and communism down the throats of the American people for generations now. They ultimately were not able to do this during the Cold War because the middle class revolted against communism and Marxism and social engineering.
No,
the left
not, Joe.
shifted their tactics. The Democratic Party shifted their tactics to use migration as a weapon to break down the middle class and to gain political power and control in this country. They used migration to destroy our public education system, to destroy our healthcare system, to destroy wages and working conditions for the middle class of this country, and in effect, to destroy social and community cohesion. And then in that rubble, in that chaos, in that conflict, to then try to articulate the need for ever more government control, ever more government redistribution, ever more government power, and then to ultimately import voters to then support that agenda, to import voters who do not believe in limited government, who do not believe in the U.S. Constitution. And that is why you are seeing now this violent, yes, violent insurrectionist revolt by the Democrat Party against immigration and customs enforcement. You see video after video after video of Democrat shock troops in the streets hurling rocks at ICE officers and Border Patrol in their vehicles, firing projectiles at them, violently assaulting them, and yes, opening fire on them. Multiple assassination attempts.
And yesterday, like what we showed you guys in the clip, you know, President Trump is giving them the okay to defend themselves. He said, defend yourself with whatever means you need to do. So people better be really careful out here, because it's going from protest to basically all-on battle with the police. And y'all got to be careful with that, because what's going to happen is they're going to be justified in their actions and you're not. So it's crazy out here, you guys. Just, you know, still working for ice cream. You're funny with that one. Robert says, Ohio first-time viewer. Thank you so much, Robert. I hope you like the content, because we're going to keep on rolling and we got so much more in the clip for you. William says, I don't understand why they don't think that they are breaking the law. You know, sometimes people just get so used to stuff that it's almost like redundant. somebody food or keep on giving them money, that one day you say, yo, I just ain't got it right now, they be like, that son of a suffering Tash. How dare you not be able to look out for me? Because they're used to certain things, man. And people are creatures of habit, so we can't always blame each other. I'm not going to be the voice of reason today trying to look out for everybody, but you know, we got to give some people at least understanding here, right? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we've got Ashley. What's that? Gayamite? Accused of pow-powing her brother. This woman is claiming self-defense in a fatal pow-powing right now. We're going to get out of politics for a little while. We're going to move around and hit some states and some cities and stuff like that. So let's go. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go over to East Cleveland real quick. I apologize about that. We got to go to East Cleveland where we got it's a little bit more politics that I got for you guys. No prison for the East Cleveland mayor. His name is Brandon. You guys know who I'm talking about? The sentence is what people are calling disgraceful because at the end of the day, I mean, he got a little 6,700 or maybe a little more out of some hooking up people with jobs and certain things. But maybe that's what they found. But let's get into this clip. I want you guys to see what's going on right now. They're saying there's going to be no prison for the East Cleveland mayor, who they're saying was taking kickbacks as far as and using his power to get positioning for his family members.
Following for you at this hour, new at 5, Cuyahoga County's prosecutor calls the sentence given to suspended East Cleveland Mayor Brandon King disgraceful.
That comes after a judge ignored prosecutors' request to send King to prison after his conviction on corruption charges. News 5 investigator Scott Knoll here right now with the latest.
Yeah, prosecutor Michael O'Malley not pulling punches this afternoon. He says that sentence, quote, encourages public officials to commit crimes and says the people of East Cleveland deserve better. Shouts of praise inside the courtroom after a judge spared suspended East Cleveland Mayor Brandon King prison time.
I do find that behavior is unacceptable and inappropriate. I don't find that rises to the level of a prison sanction.
Judge Holly Gallagher rejecting prosecutors' calls for prison after King was convicted of theft in office and other corruption charges.
He used his position to facilitate the offense, and specifically, he used powers unique to that position to facilitate some of these offenses.
Investigators say that included steering more than $76,000 in city contracts and payments to companies owned by King or his family. The judge pointing out the city did receive supplies and office space as a result of the deals, but telling King he should have known better.
You should never, ever in your position have been have had a personal interest in companies that you're...
Don't do that. You should never do that. Now get out of here. Don't do that. That's what we call a slap on the wrist right there, y'all. You let that, man, listen, you let that would have been somebody that wasn't the mayor.
Government was dealing with.
Gallagher ordering King to pay more than $9,600 in fines, as well as more than $18,000 the Ohio Ethics Commission spent investigating and prosecuting the mayor. He must also serve 100 hours of community service. King did not speak on his own behalf during the sentencing, his attorney citing plans to appeal the jury's verdicts. But after walking out of the courtroom with his attorney and supporters, Brandon King speaking publicly for the first time since his conviction.
I'd like to thank the judge today, and I'd like to thank my attorney, Charles Tyler, Sr.
What would you say to the people of East Cleveland that stood by you through all of this?
That's all I have to say for today. Thank the judge, thank my attorney.
I mean, is that Lloyd's father? Anybody know the R&B singer Lloyd? I swear he looked just like Lloyd. That's why everybody looking at, wait a minute, is he about to bust out in song? This guy looks like a singer. And is he still the mayor? I don't know. And I'd like to thank, my mama. I'd like to thank, Popeye's Fried Chicken. Come on with these regular commentary, these answers that you're giving. You know what people really want to hear. Talking about, oh, you want to thank somebody. Look here, I made a mistake. something I don't want to do. Like real stuff like that is what the constituents and what the citizens of East Cleveland want to hear from you, brother. Let's keep on moving forward. What we got over here in this clip coming up? Let me get you guys over to this Mid-South situation because, you know, they got this situation where Secret Service, they're not playing no more. This was, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. What was this? I think this was, let me make sure. Was this 5 days ago and we missed it, but I gotta report it? Because I like to tell on myself, so nobody, because you know somebody gonna say, I saw that 5 days ago. So I'm telling it right now myself first. I don't know if we saw, we did a story on this a few weeks ago, and then we didn't do follow-up. We didn't know if it was other states that were involved with this situation. What are we talking about here, Bugatti? We got the Secret Service, they have an operation underway to combat EBT scams. That's what they're going after right now because those EBT cards, they're the only ones that don't have a chip, that security chip. They still have the regular strip. So criminals and people that want to scam, they're actually stealing from EBT. That's government right there. I told you ever since this COVID thing, people have been crazy. I would never mess around with no government. Last thing I'm thinking about doing is going to federal court messing around with these people.
Only on 3, the Secret Service comes to the Mid-South working to protect families from becoming victims of EBT and SNAP fraud. And News Channel 3 was the only station to go on their crime-fighting mission. Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. The Secret Service teamed up with local law enforcement. Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, went along to give you a closer look at what they're doing to combat food assistance fraud.
This is an operation that is primarily based around education and outreach.
An early morning brief. Multiple federal, state, and local law enforcement partners gather before breaking up into groups and saturating West Tennessee and North Mississippi. Their goal, hitting hundreds of places that accept EBT cards.
But that could also possibly be points of compromise for EBT card skimmers.
WREG investigators went out exclusively with one of the teams as they went from business to business to check ATMs, gas pumps, and point-of-sale terminals for illegal devices that capture credit card information, commonly called skimmers.
You'll have a keypad overlay that captures the PIN numbers, and potentially you'll have another overlay that will capture the data on the card. So these things get placed right on top of the point-of-sale terminal.
WREG investigators have told you about the increase in fraud the last couple of years that's been targeting lower-income families. In Tennessee, EBT cards don't have a chip like what you see on your bank card. The EBT card uses a magnetic stripe, making it easier to compromise the information. Criminal groups then use that info to create fake payment cards and drain benefits from SNAP accounts.
So now somebody in the comments said, how are you gonna steal from families that are in need? Sounds like Trump. What else we got over here? We got somebody, Mad Hatter says, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. What's good, Mad Hatter? I lost the day earlier. I'm glad you guys told me what the day was. They have no shame in their game. Scammers. No, let me tell you, scammers will scam you until they can scam no more. They'll tell another scammer about you. They could feel like they done ripped you off for every single dime that you have. And they're gonna say, hey, got a good mark over here. How do I know about that? Because of those videos I used to watch with those Indian scammers overseas when they used to call up those old people and lie to them and tell them, oh, your credit card or all of this, or you got a virus in your computer, and then they make them download some crap which makes them control their computer, puts up a fake bank statement and all of that crap. I've been doing homework on this stuff. You got to be careful and very vigilant. Like recently, I just got contacted by another person talking about they want to advertise on the channel. Well, we already was contacted by 3 companies already, and all 3 of those companies were false. One of them were GoPro, false, wasn't the real person. They literally even used the person name that is actually the marketing director at GoPro. So if I did some homework, it would actually go that far back to make me actually think that those were the right people. You can't believe a scammer. You can't believe what a scammer would not do nowadays. I'm telling you. We got to keep on going because we're going to go to some gaggle. Y'all tell me what gaggle is, because we've been talking about gaggle all week, which is anytime the press catches a person outside of a formal meeting and gets some commentary. That's called press gaggle. Let's go get some press gaggle from Donald Trump, our President Donald Trump, who talks not nice about President Putin, who says that Putin always talks nice, and then he sends those bombs over Baghdad to everybody. Let's go, y'all. We already off the strips because y'all know what this is about. It sucks that they doing that. Anybody that does receive EBT, be very careful and pay attention to your balances. You can do that because you never know if somebody's scamming or skimming off of you. You know, you don't get alerts on that card, I'm assuming.
With the Secretary General is coming in tomorrow, but we basically, well, I'm going to have a meeting with the Secretary General is coming in tomorrow. But we basically are going to send them various pieces of very sophisticated military, and they're going to pay us 100% for them. And that's the way we want it. And we've been trying to get that again. I don't think Biden ever asked for it. We're in for about $350 billion. Europe is in for $100 billion. That's a lot of money, 100, but they should be in actually for more than us. So as we send equipment, they're going to reimburse us for that equipment. Doesn't that sound good?
Where Ukraine getting money from right now? Question. I mean, donations and people, how are they going to be able to pay for anything? Just a question. Don't beat me up. He said that they're paying for this, I guess, these Patriots and these what are they, defense missiles. So I guess they have the money to do that. And yeah, I would say that, what is it, Vladimir, Zelensky, he did do a couple of tours around the world picking up some money there, huh? Can't say that he didn't. And I would tell you guys, I think that they need them, especially from all of the drone strikes that we've been seeing. And then last week, they actually hit a maternity ward. I think that's the reason why we finally are going to go ahead and give them those defense missiles. And I think that they need them. I think so, too. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
I haven't agreed on the number yet, but they're going to have some because they do need protection. But the European Union is paying for it. We're not paying anything for it, but we will send it. It'll be business for us, and we will send them Patriots, which they desperately need, because Putin really surprised a lot of people. He talks nice, and then he bombs everybody in the evening. So there's a little bit of a problem there, and I don't like it.
Okay, so again, I'm assuming that that's the reason why he finally complied and told them that they could get the missiles. Because if you guys remember, last week we were saying that we had to make sure that we had enough for our own defense. Let's go on over to Florida where these troopers arrest some illegals. Since you guys want to talk about migrants, let's go over here where these Florida troopers are arresting illegals during traffic stops. This is not ICE. These are not Homeland Security officers. These are sheriffs and police officers that have the power now to arrest and hand you over to Homeland. You guys knew anything about this that's going on in Florida?
The program that he was here with armed has been terminated. So because of the program that he was under to be here, they terminated that program, and now he's got to go to the border.
Florida. So he says that the program that you were under is no longer. I'm assuming that it's that CBP thing. So therefore, now you got to go to Border Patrol. That's what the officer said. These are regular police officers and sheriffs arresting this man on a traffic stop that found out he was illegal.
Is moving full speed ahead with their renewed partnership with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Border Patrol thanks to the 287G program. The 287G program allows state and local police departments to carry out certain immigration duties without needing ICE or Border Patrol agents to be present. Blaze Media was with Florida Highway Patrol 287G certified troopers to see how the enforcement of federal laws are now happening at the state level.
All these buckets can come out. Even the wind can blow this out.
Troopers do not arrest anyone who happens to look brown. Still tasked with patrolling the roadways, they pull over vehicles for traffic violations.
So we're going to go drop you off at the Border Patrol station.
See?
Turn around.
If during the course of their interaction with the driver...
So now he walked up to the bucket in the flatbed and said, you see how this is like this? This could fly out. This is a violation. You see this box of trash bags? This could fly out as well. I got to take you over to Border Patrol. Whoa. And now y'all see what he getting right now. Y'all know we got to do it. We ain't do it all day. Y'all ready? Watch your head. That ride of shame, that terrible ride. I've taken that ride before. To be honest with you guys, it's not a comfortable ride. Ain't have to stay nowhere too long, but just that for a little altercation or whatever like that, trust me, that right there, a lot of people, that's a lot of stress right there, y'all. Terrible situation.
Or passengers, it is suspected they are in the U.S. illegally, such as not having a valid driver's license or only having foreign ID, they can contact a federal agency. If Border Patrol and ICE determine they are not in the U.S. legally or something has changed with their status, troopers can take the person into custody and transport them back to a federal facility for further processing.
So now regular police officers are now getting the power to basically detain people and put you under arrest. Let me get the rest of this and hand you over to Homeland.
A total of 11 people were taken into custody by the Florida troopers Blaze Media was with. Florida currently leads the nation in having the most 287G agreements thanks to state law mandating cooperation with the federal government on the issue of illegal immigration.
Oh, alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, you go there. Maybe, I don't know. That's up to Border Patrol. Okay?
The state is not slowing down anytime soon on their crackdown of illegal immigration. Governor DeSantis and President Trump recently attended the grand opening of Alligator Alcatraz, the first state-run holding facility to expand capacity for deportations.
So basically what DeSantis did was opened up some space. Well, I mean, the Everglades definitely has it in order to arrest people. Now we got to go on over to Seattle, where this woman has been charged with robbing 8 banks in an elaborate year-long spree. She was such a thuntadun, and I mean to say this, and I got to make sure that you guys are saying the word correctly. It's thuntadun. This Seattle thuntadun woman, she's charged with robbing 8 banks in a year-long robbery spree. And guess what she did, y'all? She wrote a journal because she was getting excited every time she wound up doing it. Started playing the videos back. Matter of fact, how I always say it, let's get it from the horse's mouth. Let's get on over to get this story out that I want you guys to see about in Seattle. Check this out.
Robbery suspect thwarted in Seattle. 8 banks and thousands of dollars later, the woman at the heart of a months-long search never got rid of the evidence, and police found it in her apartment. They found drafts of demand notes she handed to bank tellers along with a notebook detailing every one of the robberies.
Yeah, the most recent one, West Seattle Bank on Monday, just hours after or before she was arrested. KIRO 7's Samantha Lobibao is digging into the paper trail that led to the arrest.
After a year of showing you pictures of this woman robbing banks across Seattle, police say this week she was identified as 24-year-old Lena Chang.
Very often we see people who sometimes mistakenly think that behavior won't catch up to them, and it does.
The King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says Chang is accused of robbing 8 banks with one failed attempt from Crown Hill to West Seattle for more than a year. She was arrested on Monday after police say an anonymous tipster claimed Chang would brag about the crimes, was excited about being wanted by the FBI, and that she'd listened to police radio recordings of the robberies to relive it. In her apartment, investigators found what they believe to be saved drafts of the demand notes, along with a notebook detailing robbery locations, dates, and the amounts taken. Police say
details, information about stuff that, now you telling, she ain't got no criminal friends, I'm telling you. She must have set it off and said, you know what, I want to be like Queen Latifah and Jada Pinkett and them. And she did everything the same way except for the last scene and got pow, y'all. That's a thuntadun for you right there. Wait a minute. I mean, 6 wins and 1 loss ain't bad numbers in her defense. Okay, I ain't mad at you, but yeah, it's not the way that you win, though. It's the way that you cash out. It's not about the way that you win. It's about, do you ride off into the sunset or do you get... Watch your head. And now you got a federal case and you need a good lawyer. Hope she got some of that money. Hope she do.
they also found disguises and an airsoft pistol seen on surveillance video from previous robberies.
It's surprising what some people will save and will write down and sometimes put on social media. And from the perspective of police and prosecutors, that's great. Keep doing it because that helps our case.
Exactly.
But that's not all they found. Investigators discovered a watercolor sketch of her FBI wanted poster they believed to be a great sense of pride for Chang.
El Doyle said it takes one loss, though. That's all it takes, and you're right. I haven't heard this story yet. Yeah, Joe, I stopped watching the news years ago. Okay, what is it now? Check it out. See what's going on with this Thunderdon who robbed 8 banks, kept all the information, used to listen to it on the radio as far as the CB when the feds was talking about it. And not only that, was bragging to her friends about it. Talking about she got a rush out of it.
Police say she took between $380 to $4,000 in most of the robberies.
The risk of years potentially in jail or prison for a few $100, a few $1,000, it's not worth it.
Well, now Chang faces 7 robbery charges and at least 1 attempted robbery charge. She's on $500,000 bail. There is a 9th bank prosecutors are trying to charge her with too. She's set to be arraigned this coming July 23rd.
Ahead.
See now, you see what they're doing with that? You see how close July the 23rd is? They're trying to keep her court dates close because they're trying to get her quick. She got bailed out, y'all. $500,000. That means somebody had to put up, 10% of that, right? They had to put up 10% of that. So somebody probably put up their house, and maybe she had some dough in a stash. That's crazy right there. What you got for me? It's not about skin color. It's about legal versus illegal. 8 banks. That's right, liberty and justice. Every time you do perp walk, watch your head. That's right. Watch your head. You got to say that. You got to say watch your head because they always put their hand on top of your head because they don't want your head to hit the side of the car when they're giving you somewhere to sit down. So they be like, watch your head. And then sometimes they put their hand on top of your head. So if you do hit the car, it's going to hit their head. And then you sitting there looking like a thunder going like this, looking around on the side. And then everything looks so fantastic during that time right there. You'll look at a pizza shop and be like, damn, I wish I could get a slice of that pizza right there. See a girl walking down the street, she could be the average plain Jane. Lord, she looked good. Everything just looks so good when you got on those silver bracelets. They're one size fits all for everybody. Y'all know the sound. That's the adjustment to the right size. Now we gotta keep on going, you guys. We gotta go to Detroit, where a community is mourning the loss of a single mom who was still nabbed in the chest and to Dillsneth by a co-worker at McDonald's. Gotta razzle dazzle the words a little bit, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't want that circle to start going around saying, hey, you said a trigger word, you gotta go.
Tonight, the East Point community mourning a mother of 6 killed on the job by a co-worker. 39-year-old Jennifer Harris was a manager at the McDonald's on 9 Mile in Schroeder and East
Detroit, come on to the front of the stage. You guys know about this story.
Point. Police say she sent an employee home early who then returned and stabbed her to death. We heard from one of Harris's 6 children on Thursday, hours after it happened.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. Why take our mama from us? You knew he loved each other.
Tonight, Harris's friends and co-workers gathering at the East Point McDonald's where she worked and where she was killed. The group prayed for Jennifer and for her 6 children.
I love you, Jen. Love you. I love you so much. I hope you get your rest that you deserve. It was gone too soon, but you don't really deserve to go home like this. This was a bad tragedy on your family, on your kids.
I called her Jen. On my second job, I would do a little door dashing in the Grosse Pointe area. She worked at another McDonald's, and she would always feed me every day for months at a time.
The suspect, 26-year-old Afeni Muhammad, is charged with first-degree premeditated murder. If convicted, she could spend the rest of her life in prison.
No.
Tonight, the East...
No. We need more on this now. We need to know what's going on because this happened a few days ago. Last week or something like that? Let's see what else we got up on it. Bugatti, I know you got some more on this, right? What else you got? Oh, you got the actual incident of when she said she did this and why she did it. That's right. I don't care if I got to reload this again, but I need y'all to see this.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person.
So now this is the one that actually did it. This has been something that's been going on with the, allegedly. Bugatti ain't gonna try to get our bottom line in no trouble for y'all nonsense. All right, so this is the lady that kept on getting sent home. She got peed off, and this is the lady that's no longer with us because she allegedly committed the crime that was previous that we showed you guys. Let's get into it. She basically said what led up to this right here.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
So as you guys can see, they say there's always two sides to every coin. I don't know what was going on at that job. I can't tell you if what she's saying was true and she just, you know, exploded or whatever. But let's get into another point and let's see what site was. She had an actual chance to talk. We got the court case, the first hearing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information being provided is true and accurate to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, subject to penalties of perjury?
I do.
Put your hand down. With regard to the defendant, Afani Muhammad, please set forth a factual basis for the warrant request.
Yes, Your Honor. 7/10/25, McDonald's employee Afeni Muhammad stabbed McDonald's manager Jennifer Harris multiple times with a kitchen knife at the McDonald's restaurant at 179219 Mile. Harris was not armed at the time and died of her injuries. Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back." Muhammad was arrested on scene and the knife was recovered. Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris and stated that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside of her vehicle. When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hood mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
An armed customer.
And the requested charges are murder in the first degree, count 2, dangerous weapon carrying with unlawful intent, and there's a habitual second notice offense. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
The warrant is being signed and we can proceed to arraignment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Calling file number 25354, People versus Afani Badu Muhammad. Counsel appearances for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sean Hayes, public on behalf of the people.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Please, this honorable court, may I have a hearing on behalf of Mrs. Muhammad, who does appear to be asleep.
Your name, please, ma'am?
Afeni Muhammad.
Very good. You're here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and a habitual second notice. Mr. Licata, how does your client wish to proceed?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, my client is asking the court to enter a not guilty plea. This matter set for a probable cause conference in the preliminary exam. I have advised my client of her rights, as well as the charges against her and the potential penalties. We are ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yes.
Very good. I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Are you requesting a court-appointed attorney?
Yes.
I will appoint an attorney to represent you. We'll set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m.
I'm going to keep you guys posted on this. As you see, we trying to stay thorough on as much of stuff that we can find out about. But yes, this is a terrible situation, and we pray for the woman who lost her life, as well as the family of this tragic event. You see how the kids was just crying out in pain and in so much agony that they were going through. So we ask that we give them strength in this time that they're going through, Lord. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. It's a crazy situation, and the sad part about it is I even feel sorry for her. Little lady, I mean, like, come on. The attitude and the what? Now, is it worth it? When you was in that car, you should have said, you know what? And they said, no, McDonald's does not have knives. Some people in the comments say that. They don't. But the police officer in the proceeding says she had a knife in her vehicle. And then she went to the park, and she used said knife, allegedly, for the crime that they're blaming her for. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's a terrible situation right there. Terrible situation. Now, woo! Y'all about to see it right here. Remove the kids. Warning, graphic content. Anybody got weak stomach, you probably don't want to watch this. if you appreciate the content and the way that we sequencing things and the way that we put stuff together, because that is work. It's called production. Double tap that screen and let's get those likes up. You know, and we also taking donations nowadays. We ain't doing all that, taking all that coffee in the kitchen stuff. We accepting super chats. We don't care if it's $2, because $2 times 50 people means something. So that's what we doing. We ain't turning down our collar. We already got on two. Now let's go on over here to New Jersey, because we got this fatal powering between a murder suspect and the police in the hotel lobby. And I'm talking about this guy knew what he was about to do from the time he got off that elevator. I gotta say that the police officer that was behind him was in a terrible position, because he was willing to do whatever he had to do, and he did it. I want you guys to see this crazy situation right here. Again, let's get the kids off the phone. If they're around the TV, whatever we got to do right now, I'm giving you a warning. Let's go. At this time, he's coming off this elevator. He came out of a room that he was in. He is wanted for murder, and police on that side, and this is the police right here, and that's the officer's camera that we're looking off of. That's behind that elevator. That shouldn't be there.
Can we get in there? I can't see shit. Yeah. Can I clear? Go white. No.
Don't stick your head around that corner, fool. I wouldn't. I ain't sticking my head around that corner. So I don't know what happened with this at all. They did say a bad situation came out of it where the person lost their lives. As you guys see, the police officer did catch rounds inside of his BP. Probably got hit a couple of times as well. I'll have some more follow-up on this once I get it. Hope you guys appreciate the content. If so, double tap that screen and get those likes up to let more people know that we're over here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, y'all should probably subscribe, because we ain't playing no more nowadays. Y'all see we get busy over here. The next clip, even crazier. Do me a favor, this is my favorite part. I like to ask for the likes, because then everybody be like this, Jim, I don't have the power to give Bugatti likes. Like it's a real big deal to give your boy some likes, right? So what I do is I wait for y'all to leave, and then we play the boom, the banger. So y'all go ahead and leave if y'all don't want to give the likes or show no love. Also, the $2 super chat, I saw that go up. Didn't know who gave it, but I appreciate it. I think that was, matter of fact, that was Liberty and Justice. See what I'm saying? Liberty and Justice, everybody, I don't care if it's 15 cents. Thank you, Liberty and Justice, for the $2 super chat, because everything counts around here. We appreciate you. Now let's go over to this crazy situation even further. A teddy bear believed to be wrapped in human skin. I said human skin. Found in Victorville gas station. Yeah, and this teddy bear here looked crazy. Looked like it's a possibility. I don't know what's going on with the news nowadays, but I gotta tell you guys what's going on. And this is Victorville in a gas station. Do me a favor, because I know y'all know. Somebody in these comments know. Where the hell is Victorville at? Where's Victorville? Because it's not saying where it is. Where is Victorville? No audio, just a video of this thing here. It's just a video of it. So I don't don't know if this guy thought that he was Ted Bundy or the guy that was inside of the hole down in Silence of the Lambs, or maybe even the main guy from Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter. But whoever made that teddy bear over there, they saying that that's somebody's leather, somebody's actual body's skills then. Yeah. Creepy, ain't it? Virginia, okay. Somebody said it's fake. Okay. Dracula 99 said it's fake. There's no sound. Just like regular sound, air sound. Yeah, but I got you. So they're documenting this crap. Got the time and everything. I wouldn't be touching it. It's all stitched up too. Looked like some jigsaw would have did it. You're touching that thing with your hand. Are you crazy? What's wrong with you, idiot? Oh, she got gloves on. So just like somebody in the comments said that it's fake, it could be. Somebody probably just made that to probably rile people up or put fear into people around it, because that's something that some crazy person would have did. Or maybe like some pig skin or something like that. Y'all know how people are. That's crazy. Yuck. The guy is funny as fuck. Yeah, every Buffalo Bill, exactly, Buffalo Bill, Jesse, yuck, right? But it's fake, says Dracula, but it's fake. I got you. I understand what you're saying. Okay, y'all, check this out. We got this situation right here that I want you guys to see. It says I'm supposed to play this video while I'm asking you guys a question. Okay, it says come to the comments, turn off the volume, and hit the play button. Open the screen. I'm over here telling y'all my background when I'm not supposed to be telling y'all. Let me just go ahead and do it. All right, so this has no audio, but I want you to see it. This is going to be our President Trump handing out some, what is he, handing out medals at the World Cup. There's no context here, no content, but I'm going to let that play in the background. I'm supposed to be letting it play in the background, right? And I'm supposed to say, World Cup, Trump awards medal to players at the World Cup. Okay, I just did that. Come to the comments and say that. And the screen, let it play behind you. Tell what you're doing with this. Okay, I figured I'd show this, guys, while asking you this question. What do you guys think about the preceding video? Do you guys think that that was a real human skin? Or do you guys think that that was fake, like maybe some pig skin or some beef or whatever like that? Something like that. You know, because people do crazy stuff like that. They do. Okay, I did what the comments said. You see the president giving out these awards at FIFA, I guess, you know, the medals. And I did what I was supposed to do. Okay, cool. I stuck to the rules. Can we get to some clips now? What you got for the people? What I got for the people is this. We're going over to New York now. We got this pow involving 3 men in the Bronx. A woman claims self-defense, and it's more than one thing going on. We got the shiesty situation where people jumped out, 3 guys with the masks on, and just went crazy on the streets, powing at people. Then we got another problem on Southern Boulevard. We're going to go to the Bronx real quick, you guys. We in New York. I'm stepping up. I'm representing for the state. I'm here, so I got to do what I got to do. But let's get on to some local news, but it's crazy news that I needed you guys to see, because this is something, yeah, that I need you guys to check out right here. Okay, no. We ain't got that no more? Okay, so we don't got that no more. I got an even better one for you. Top headlines. We got this quorum woman. Oh no, I made a mistake. It's different in this title here. Let's play both of them. We got it. Let's just go. Trust in your work. Trust in your work, boy. It's here. Now let me make sure I got this audio correct. Excuse me, guys. Now let's get into the craziness that's going on in the Bronx.
Lashing along a busy commercial strip in Longwood. News 12's Heather Fordham spoke with witnesses who watched the chaos erupt and has the latest on the One person is dead and 2 others were hurt in a broad daylight shooting and slashing along a busy commercial strip in Longwood. News 12's Heather Fordham spoke with witnesses who watched the chaos erupt and has the latest on the investigation tonight.
I was running because when people running like that, I have to run for my life.
The sound of gunshots sent people running for their lives down Southern Boulevard on Tuesday afternoon.
I had like 4 shots going off, so I tried to get some, hide somewhere.
Blood stained the sidewalk as police occupied the crowded strip from Westchester Avenue to Aldous Street. Police were called to a report of an assault just before 4 p.m. An 18-year-old was shot in the chest and collapsed in front of a fruit stand on Westchester Avenue. EMS attempted CPR while a 15-year-old who was slashed in the mouth was rushed into an ambulance with blood pouring down his face. A 38-year-old man was also shot in the leg and is expected to recover. Witnesses waiting for the bus described the chaos.
I saw 3 young guys in black hoodies, all black, dressed in black, in the vests and everything. 2 of them wearing shorts, 1 had long pants. They came by here, and I think about 5 minutes later, they was chasing this way. They caught 1 guy by here, started fighting.
I'm really scared. You see my body shaking, I'm scared.
The afternoon violence shut down businesses along the busy strip of Southern Boulevard, leaving business owners unable to turn a profit, but more importantly, scared for their own safety.
So y'all wonder how the Bronx is? Yeah, it's real. It's Southern Boulevard. They call it Longwood for the new people that moved to New York. And all of these other places like Coram. That's why I didn't know what the hell the HELLA was talking about. I'm a native New Yorker. But what we've noticed as being native New Yorkers is when all of the new people come from other states, y'all don't know nothing about New York. So what they do is they call it Soha. They tried to do Harlem like that. We ain't even let that happen. We shut that down. They do, NoHo and stuff like that, North, whatever, in order to make it sound more attractive when somebody comes over here to move. So they changed this neighborhood to call it Longwood or Coram. Doesn't that sound like a nice, calm name? But guess what? That's not what goes on in this neighborhood. Real estate people ain't no joke. You got to be careful when you go look for an apartment. Let me give you a tip, being a native New Yorker. Never go look at an apartment in the daytime only. That means you got to go look at that apartment twice. Why? You go around the neighborhood when the agent takes you, go look at the apartment and go look at the building. Now you go around there at nighttime or on the weekend and see how it really is without the agent and let yourself decide if you want to have an apartment in that neighborhood. Let's go, y'all. We native New Yorkers, we know all of this. Longwood, come on, man. That's Southern Boulevard where it gets hot. It's not a game.
Businesses are worried. Some of them are closing up shop early, as you can see behind me. So it puts a small dent in what we're trying to do on Southern Boulevard.
Police say they've taken 1 person into custody. They are actively searching for 3 others as this investigation remains ongoing tonight.
I still say they need to ban the shiesty. It's 100 degrees in New York, some days 80, some days 70. I got a question. Why do you have that mask on your face? What is the mask about, brother man? It's 90 degrees outside. Why do you need a mask on? How about ban the mask so automatically like before all of this crap happened, you see a person walking outside with a mask, everybody be like, what's going on, Willis? Exactly. Let's take it back to that. Because with all of this shiesty and excuse my French, the Nike hoodies and the Nike Tech masks and all of that, that shouldn't be a style. Because they're using that style the wrong way. And then got the nerve to be coming outside with a whole coat on and it's 90 degrees outside. He got a snorkel on. Like, dude, are you okay? You're going to faint and murder yourself on the corner by the time you get to the corner. What is wrong with these kids? Liberty and justice, good looking for the $1.99 super chat. So appreciate you. What else we got over here? I never wore a mask. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to do what you got to do, just do it, right? I see what you're saying. Capability, desire, correlation, acknowledgement, stimulation. Okay, good to know. Yes, facts. Garanimals, I like that. I remember those back in the days. Liberty and justice, appreciate you again. Let's keep on moving forward because now we're going over to Houston where the community came together. A brewery, The community that was affected by the Texas floods, the flood relief rallied together in the Texas flood relief. I love to see people like this get together, because believe it or not, you can get help from out of states when things happen, but you got to be the one that stay there. So what I do appreciate is when I see people still sticking together and helping each other out.
Up to help those affected by the Hill Country flood. We've seen Houstonians stepping up to help those affected by the Hill Country floods, and that support just keeps growing. Tonight, Stephen Goen takes us to a local brewery where hundreds of people showed up to raise money for recovery efforts.
We are making a Vietnamese pizza.
Tonight at Gristworks Brewery near downtown Houston, amid good food.
We just really wanted to do something to help out our neighbors and community.
And good friends. A community came together to support a cause hundreds of miles from home. Relief for the Texas Hill Country after those devastating floods.
Just about everybody either knows somebody or has a friend of a friend type of thing.
Gristworks owner Dave Sorrell said the fundraiser came together in just days.
It was an easy thing to convince people, like, hey, you got the bandwidth, jump on board this, let's help out.
Then when the word got out, hundreds of people showed up to give back.
We're a pretty caring city, and we like to come together as not just a city, but for the state, and I think that's pretty amazing.
9 local restaurants donated their time and all this food to the event tonight. All the money raised will go straight to victims in the Hill Country impacted by these floods.
We use a house-made red sauce.
Among those restaurants was Coastline Pizzeria, where Jason Garcia is general manager. He tells us he was in the Hill Country just a day before the floods.
My family and I were actually camping in that area, and we just happened to leave in the nick of time.
He said hours later, that campsite was flooded anywhere from 10 to 15 feet. This hits really close for you.
Absolutely, yeah. So it means a little bit more to me because of that. I mean, we could have been on the receiving end of the flood, so yeah, my heart goes out to everybody.
Like Garcia, all those here sending support from Houston to the Hill Country. Because when times are tough, Texans come together no matter where they are.
Whether it's big city Houston or a small town by the river, it does not matter. First and foremost, we're Texans.
The stars and stripes are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. You know, I had the nerve to do that one time because I was new. I came down from New York. I was just so flabbergasted to be in Texas. I was so happy, like, oh, I'm in Texas. They said, so this is what you want to do. We're going to go inside the restaurant, right? And you're going to say, the stars and stripes. As soon as you stop, everybody going to clap. Man, I'm in there, I did that. Then people turned around and was like, I'm like, sorry, excuse me for interrupting your meal. I'm in there like, the stars and stripes are big and bright. Tumbleweeds, ain't nobody say jack. I was just in there like, let me get out of here, embarrassed like crazy. That was crazy right there. Well, yeah, my friends set me up, but I was new in Texas, so I took it on the chin. It was funny. They got me, y'all, they got me. Let's go over to Garfield Heights where we got these guys called the Trash Boys. Good stories now. They continue to grow what this duo has done to clean up in their community, as well as making money. So yes, instead of just doing stuff with the shiesty mask and running around talking about, oh, we can't make no money. How about do it legal, make a business, and make the other kids want to get down with you? That's the way you do it, kids. Now the kids should see this story right here to let them know that even though they see negativity in their neighborhood, they don't have to be like those guys out there. Let's go.
To local boys in Garfield Heights who have made a business through cleaning up the community. We first introduced you to Andre and Drevion Willis, also known as the Trash Boys, back in February. Well, now we are hearing that their initiative has been picking up a lot of steam. Our Candace here live in Garfield Heights this morning to learn more about the Trash Boys and how their business is growing. And Candace, I know for a fact I've been around to some events. The community has been supporting them 100%.
This is what I'm talking about. And no shiesty
That's
mask.
exactly right, Danita.
No
Good morning. I
mask.
am here in Garfield Heights, and to learn more about this, I'm with the mama of the Trash Boys, right, Jasmine Arrington. I know sometimes on social media, affectionately going by Mama Trash. Yes. And you're here with them, and can you tell us a little bit about how much this has grown?
The Trash Boys have grown extremely
A lot.
Nervous.
I'm
She's
sorry,
nervous.
this is like shocking live interview. But I'm really surprised at how much it has grown within a year. It all started from me telling my kids to go pick up trash. And now they are a booming business. They're creating opportunities for other teens to get involved. And we just launched a program called TTT, Turning Trash into Triumph, where we're utilizing the trash in our city to change lives.
And so we know the boys, you have a couple of them out here picking up some trash, but you mentioned that TTT. That was something we spoke about last time, that it was really important for you guys to find a way to give back.
It can also be an acting crew too. Y'all saw that they was on point like, oh, it's our cue? Okay, let's get to it. Come on, y'all, we for hire out here. Trash boys at work, let's go. I'm not mad at them. I used to pack bags. I used to clean lawns. What I would do, anything. I used to, you know what I used to do? Y'all gonna laugh at this one. What was that, Liberty and Justice again with another $1.99 super chat? Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice. Let me tell you what I used to do to people. And I think that this used to force them to give me money. And I was a crazy little kid. I would wait for people to park their car, and I would go get a bucket and towels and soap and all of that, and I'd just start washing their car and buffing it down and everything like that. Next thing you know, they come outside like, yo, who told you to? Matter of fact, go ahead and do your thing, little man. I like what you're doing. The next thing you know, boop, 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 boop. Your boy started getting money. I said, you know what? Everybody that parked their car, they in trouble. People used to be like, yo, I ain't got it today, man. Trust me. They used to literally know what I'm going to do. I had my bucket. They'd be like, no, I ain't got it today. I'd be like, don't worry about it. When you got it, just make sure I'm straight. And then next thing you know, when they get their check, you straight. But you got to plant the seed. You got so many people out here talking about, oh, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to do that. You're not trying, because verbally saying it is not trying. You got to plant the seed in the dirt. And then you got to do whatever you can to nurture that dirt. And then you got to hope and pray for rain. And you got to pray and hope that God helps you out and do whatever you can do to protect that seed. And then once that seed starts sprouting, you got to nurture that seed all the way up until it's strong enough to take care and supply for you. That's the way it go with any fruit, any vegetable. Let's go, y'all.
And really help the youth in the community. So how has that been going?
It's been amazing. A lot of boys have actually reached out to get involved. They see that picking up trash is kind of cool. I mean, I think my boys are making it look a little cool. And a lot of kids want to get involved in that. They see the success that's surrounding trash. They see that, they're being rewarded for their behavior and everything, and it's been going so well. We are now working with about 8 boys, but we only have a couple here today. But we're hoping to get, maybe 100 or so by the end of the year.
But that's an incredible start to already have 8, and I have to imagine that this is something that could make a difference, because the discipline that comes with having to get up and having to go out and work, that's maybe something that some kids aren't used to having to have.
Absolutely. We definitely are big on leadership, discipline, and all the values and qualities and characteristics that you need to be successful.
When I was younger, I realized if you steer a child's energy in a certain way, they'll basically do much better. It's like how you got to steer them in a certain way or give them more than one opportunity. And you know what really helps? Pay attention to them. See what they like. Put them into that. Really, because if somebody likes sports, put them into that. Somebody wants to be a chef, teach them how to cook. Because guess what? That energy is going to be going straight into that directive and that positive thing. That's how we got to do it. We got to give our children options. And it's great that she was the way that she was, because a lot of single mothers, it's really hard out here to raise boys. And she's got 2 of them. So yes, we commend Mama Trash. I don't like a name. I don't even like trash boys. I'd rather it be the cleanup crew. You know, trash is a little different to me. I like cleanup crew or the cleanup boys or something like that. Trash, but I get it. Everybody ain't a marketing person like myself. We're gonna keep on moving forward now, because we got this canine that was sent airborne. And I'm not talking about Air Bud. I'm talking about, y'all remember the other day when we reported about the dog that was working for TSA, and his position is to smell out foods and different foreign objects before they come into the country. He got kicked by someone that was from a national from Egypt. Not only did he get sent back to Egypt, but he's in Nairobi somewhere wishing that he ain't do that. But guess what? The canine that was sent airborne by the kick, Dooley, he's been transferred. He's at a full recovery. And guess what, y'all? He's back to work. I love animals. Y'all already know how I get down. I love animals more than people. So let's go on and get it. Let's check this out right now because I love to see this recovery story about this dog.
An employee at Dulles is back on the job today. K9 Freddy, a hard-working beagle at Dulles Airport with Customs and Border Patrol, Border Protection, is returning to duty after being kicked and injured by a traveler during a baggage check. News 4's Juliana Valencia is at Dulles with more on Freddy's recovery and more on the moment that he got hurt.
Yeah, Freddy is back on the job after being sidelined for a couple of weeks. He is part of CBP's Beagle Brigade, trained to keep harmful pests and diseases out of the country. He was hurt in June after alerting to a suspicious bag, and I'm here with his handler, Melissa Snyder. You were there that day. Tell us what happened in those moments.
Well, he alerted on a bag with an older gentleman, and the gentleman let me know he had food. And when I was trying to speak with his wife to find out what kind of food, he walked up and he kicked Freddy and sent him airborne.
Wow.
Scared him very badly, bruised his side.
And he had to go to an emergency vet?
Yes, he had to go to the emergency vet. We spent almost the whole day there.
After that alert, officers, they found more than 100 pounds of prohibited food. The traveler, an Egyptian man named Hamad Ramadan Bayoumi Ali Marie, ended up pleading guilty in federal court and was ordered to leave the country. He's now back in Egypt. Well, what would...
Did they kick him first? Oh, yeah. I know y'all. Oh, well, Bugatti, stop the violence. Did they kick him first before they sent him back?
What do you want folks to know at home?
You know, we appreciate their support. It's always nice to know our job is appreciated. But more.
Somebody said he looks like a dog kicker. Roxy, you a mess. That was hilarious right there. What else y'all got over here? USA private corporate jails. Go to Trump's 4-month history from now and you'll get your results. John says, I grew up in the hood. It does. Angels Among Us. What's up, Angels? What's going on with you? I missed your comment. Sorry about that. Shay Boogie says, them dang Egyptians. He does look like a kicker. Yeah, that was awful. Yeah, he got what he deserved. And you see they sent him right back over to Nairobi. He was trying to, get up out of here and let's get up all that meat up off you. You ain't getting none of that. Lucky he ain't get locked up.
More than anything, if they'll just declare what they have when they come in, it makes it easier for everyone.
And it's good to see Freddy back, because really, you say he's the calmest one on the brigade.
He is. He loves to do his job and meet people, and he doesn't jump on you.
Well, glad to have Freddy back doing what he knows how to do best.
Yeah, he loving them rubs too, I'll tell you that. He like, yo, come on back down here and rub on my neck like you was doing earlier. I like that. He said, Freddy is like, I like that. Come here, go ahead and rub on my neck. We appreciate Freddy, and we glad that our boy Freddy's back to work. We got to keep on moving, y'all, because now we got this other situation where this child falls from a slide at Federal Park in Philadelphia. People, watch out for your children at all times, especially when they're in the park. You know, you might be on your cell phone or doing something else, like, you know how they always be like, Mommy, look at this, watch this. That could be the time when you probably need to be watching them, especially if y'all watch this clip right here, because this could have turned out to be a tragic event. This kid was climbing the sliding board under it, not like close to it or whatever like that, but matter of fact, let me let y'all see what I'm talking about here. Check this out.
A family's quick action may have saved a toddler from serious injury in FDR Park in South Philadelphia this weekend. Check this out. Video from an Action News viewer shows the child climbing to the top of a slide at the Anna Verna playground. A large family reunion was happening nearby, and some of the family members saw everything unfold. The child fell after someone told him to come back down. A man attending the family reunion says his cousin dove just in time to break the child's fall.
After he stopped the initial impact or the force from him falling, it softened the blow and he hit the ground, but it wasn't like a very...
You give eye exams.
I give fresh starts, better vision, healthy eyes. Everybody wants that.
Hero Doc saves vision. Hero Owl saves money. Use your vision insurance for exams, glasses, and contacts, all at America's Best.
Very serious impact, so luckily he was there and he actually hit his head, but the impact wasn't that bad.
My goodness, it's unclear how the child was able to climb to the outside of the slide.
How the hell did he get all the way up there? So nobody was watching this kid as he was up there? Look how high he was. He's all the way up there. And he literally almost made it to the top again. That's crazy right there, y'all. Watch your kids at all times. I know you be on your cell phone when they be like, Mommy, look at this. And you get tired of seeing this about 1,000 times. Or they be like, I'm very fast. I'm faster than fast. Y'all remember that one, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That spider, that fast Flash, the little kid that was acting like he was fast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Do your boy a favor. If y'all appreciate the content, double tap that screen to get those likes up. If you're not a member already, please become a member. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that post notification bell down there to let you know when we're on, which is every day. Now we're going to keep on moving because y'all know how we do it. We keep on moving. And we want to remain positive because we want to talk about Superman, a dog that was found in the ruins of a home that was destroyed by the Texas floods. His family's no longer alive anymore, but the dedication and the love that he had for his family made him stay there and actually come back after the flood was over to hopefully find his family. Tragically, he's going to be having to find a new family. I want you guys to see this story about Superman. This dog that's his name. His name is Superman, and I really hope that somebody adopts him because he definitely deserves to be loved. It's a fantastic looking little puppy, and he's still got a lot of energy in him, and you can see that he's a very loyal friend.
Among the many emotional stories from the flooding, one serves as a powerful reminder of a dog's unwavering loyalty. This dog, named Superman, was found sitting among the ruins of his home on Sunday, waiting for an owner who would never return. The rescue organization Austin Pets Alive found him. They say Superman's owner was among those who lost their lives in the flooding. Superman is currently staying with a foster family until he can be reunited with his owner's family. Many animal groups have been working since the flood hit to rescue pets. Among them,
he was so cute. He looked just like Scooby-Doo. I'm telling you, I love animals. I love dogs. Terrible situation right there. But the loyalty that you get from a dog is like no other, you guys. And I hope that you guys appreciate the content that we're giving you. Like I asked you, go ahead and hit that like button, double tap to get those numbers up. Subscribe to the channel. And if you love animals, give to a local shelter or a no-kill animal shelter, or even, you see somebody homeless in the street, go buy a can of food for the dog and give them some food. Show some love to the animals, y'all, because we all they got. And with that being said, I hope y'all ready to make some money, 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 money. Because if you are, all you got to do is hit that link in the description to make $750. That's right, we got 2 surveys in there that you guys can make up to $750. Hit that link, you make some money, and I'll make some too for sending you over there to get the connection. Also, you guys, I don't know what kind of business you have. Mobile barber? Are you a dog groomer? Are you a car detailer? What do? Do you paint homes? Whatever you do, send over your promo to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and we will put it up in the post area so that everybody can see your business, and you'll be able to get some more business and make some more money, 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 money. Also, on the 26th of this month, I am going to be in the Bronx in Throgs Neck. That's right, 512 Throgs Neck. That's right, in the metro section area, in the Bronx. We're going to be at the Wine and Liquor Superstore there. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search where you can make $250 if you roll up to the Bronx and you have talent. You could be a singer. You could be a dancer. I don't care if you're a chef. A friend of mine said he know how to do wheelies. Another person said that they can do one-hand push-ups. All of that is talent to us, and we want to see it. So go ahead to the link in the description. You guys are going to see where you can come to us, where we're going to be at in the Bronx on the 26th of this month, and that's a Saturday, between 4 and 7 p.m., and see if you can make $250 by showing us your talent. Boom! Can't wait to give it to you. That's right, your boy Boogotti NYC will be the host of this event. I will be making sure you guys get your bread. And the company that's going to be putting it together is none other than Big Drip Hard Punch. All you got to do is go to www.drinkbigdrip.com. Put your email in the mailing list, and that's it. We're gonna hit you back. Make sure that you're 21 years old. You gotta be 21 and older in order to go on the site anyway. And then you guys are gonna be able to come to the Show Your Talent search and show Bugatti your talent. And with that being said, it is Tuesday, you guys. I want y'all to be safe out there. Have a fantastic day. Remember, problems present opportunities. Keep on pushing through because you never know what's going to be at the other side. Sometimes you might be running for the train and you give up and that door closed. But guess what? If you keep on running, believe it or not, the door might stay open. Stick your hand in there, make them stop the train. Do what you got to do to make sure you got to get to where you got to go. A lot of times things happen where we give up. What I'm really trying to say is don't give up, keep on pushing, and make sure that you understand that problems present opportunities. If there's a problem, there's also a solution. With that being said, you guys, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. I'm going to see you guys early, 6 o'clock in the morning for our bottom line, and we're going to do this all over again. With that being said, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So get 'em! 1,